While there weren't widespread arrests during today's riot in Washington, Vice President Pence promised the people who broke into the Capitol, trampled on democracy, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Denver 7's Addie Guajardo continues our 360 coverage with perspective on how these criminals could be punished.
Well, and arrests have been made and more arrests are expected. I spoke to our Colorado former Attorney General, and she described what she saw unfold on television as an act of terrorism, saying she witnessed not only crimes that were felony, misdemeanors, and federal misdemeanor charges as well. Now, we also spoke to a legal analyst who gave us a little bit of insight as to President Trump's power and how he can protect his supporters. The fear and the chaos captured on camera is palpable.
We have never seen anything like this before. You see those protesters inside the Capitol.
There's no excuse. There's no freedom of speech. There's no right to do what these folks did today. It was terrorism.
Former Colorado Attorney General Cynthia Kaufman says she felt heartache and anger, adding that the Capitol security showed enormous restraint.
They had a right to fire on the folks who entered the Capitol, and they didn't.
She tallied in her head a series of federal crimes, trespass, vandalism, and the most serious of them all.
They were threatening the lives of public officials when they committed the acts that they did. Those are potentially punishable by life in prison.
With the eyes of the world on our nation's capital and surveillance cameras rolling, prosecutors have a wealth of evidence.
They've actually made it fairly easy for a prosecutor.
Legal analyst David Beller.
It's going to take law enforcement weeks to go through all the video footage.
Says it will be up to the acting attorney general and President Trump's administration to bring forth charges, and Trump gets a say.
Trump has 2 more weeks in order to pardon every one of these individuals.
If no action is taken by President Trump, President-elect Joe Biden's attorney general can take over and bring forth charges against people who committed crimes. Now, at this time, we are hearing reports that weapons have been recovered, but none of those weapons have been said to have been recovered at the state capitol. A legal analyst says if that changes, if someone did take a weapon into the state capitol, they could be sentenced up to 10 years in federal prison. Now, Attorney General Phil Weiser is also calling for accountability for anyone who incited violence. Reporting live in Denver, Addie Guajardo, Denver 7.